Hello everybody, this is St Charters' Sunday, the 16th of March 2025. Today I'm going to start with natural gas. I haven't done this one for a little while, but this is one where we previously thought that we would have trading back into this blue box zone down here, which we did, well almost did, but and then we said that we thought we'd see trading into this little teeny box at the top there at $4.72.6 to 5.131, and indeed we've sort of had a tag there, and for me this one is a little bit complicated to call, but this is what I see is going to unfold here. I think this here is our wave 1, that was our wave 2, this is a wave 3, and what I'm hoping for now is a sort of a 4, and then another push higher for a wave 5. Now wave 5s don't always happen, so it's not guaranteed, but what I would like to see here, which would sort of give me confidence in that, if we could get a nice sort of clear 1, 2, 3 sort of as a pullback, and then break this prior high, should then give us, I think we should be heading up to sort of 5.2 up to probably $6 before we get a bigger corrective move. But that for me is going to be an interesting one to watch, you know, and hopefully we can get a really good setup, another sort of blue box entry zone in the near term for another push higher. So that is natural gas. Next one I'm going to do is silver, and this one here is playing out pretty much as we thought. We've always had this blue box here at $36 to $41. And for me, I think, you know, if we can break this high here at 34.84 level, hold above that, I think we're going to see another push right up, probably towards right at the top of that box there at $41 before we see a bigger corrective move. But for me, silver looking really good, and about time, isn't it? So silver looking good. Next one I'm going to do is tin, and I'm just going to flip to my tin chart here. Oh no, that's not my tin chart, is it? It's GRL. I've obviously changed that, and if I just go to the London one and change that to weekly, and for me here, you know, I just posted an article upon yesterday, posted an article from somebody saying that you know, we've broken this level here at 36,035. It's not showing on my chart, so for me it isn't a break yet until we get a break above that. But, you know, I think it's inevitable. And for me, I think we're going to see tin trading into this 45,819 to 50,864 level. But if it can break this high here, sort of 48, 49,000, say, we could see trading up into this bigger red box up here at 56,229 to 66,742, which is going to be fantastic news for those tin plays on the LSE. And what I'm going to do, just to say why I think it's inevitable that we're going to get a breakout, because if I go to the Shanghai exchange, there we have had a break. So this previous high here has been broken, and I don't think that's a fake out. I think that's a proper break. And for me on the Shanghai exchange, I can see trading there up to 383,180 to 420,300, which, you know, is most probably going to break that prior high here, which will then bring this bigger box here at 468,560 to 554,190. So that for me is tin looking really good. So then I'm going to just go to the tin plays. I'm going to go to Cornish Metals. We did an interview with them just recently, worth having a look on our YouTube page or have a look on our highlights on X. And for me, this one here, I thought that, you know, if we broke this prior low at 742, we might see trading into that red box there. That hasn't happened. And for me, you know, if tin prices can keep going, I don't see why investors don't jump on board here. It's fully funded to the tune of nearly 50 million, nearly 60 million, I think it was. And watch the interview. And also watch the interview because the difference 1,000 makes to the metrics of the project is outstanding. So, yeah, well worth, you know, trying to understand what that means for, you know, the project economics. But for me, break this 10 pence level, it should give us at least 12.25 to 13.55. But, you know, if we can get the right wind behind it, like we did many years ago, I think there was a tin sort of boom here in sort of the 21 area, and you know, it went from sort of 8p up to 30 pence, didn't it, level? And I don't see why that couldn't happen again. We could see trading up here to 28.3 to 34.6, which would be great, especially if the company can drop some excellent news on the way. Next one I'm going to do is ATM, because obviously that's another tin play. And that one, I mean, we gave this here, I mean, a long while back at around sort of 5 pence. We thought we'd see trading down to this 2.56 reversal zone, and indeed we have. And for me, you know, we've had a boom out. We've got double eyes buying in, or whoever it is. And for me, this move isn't done yet. I think there's still more legs in this one. And for me, you know, the obvious move here is the 10.95 to 13.2, which is a couple of bags, potentially, probably a bit more. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. I think, you know, if we just get my thing up here, I think if we just see a bit of a pullback there, and I'm over exaggerating it, and then I think we're off again, probably sort of attacking the 8-9 pence level, and even this prior high here at I think it's at let's have a look. Oh, there we go, at 9.78. So ATM looking really good indeed, and if tin prices can go with it, it's certainly going to get the momentum behind us. Next one I'm going to do is copper. And this here is one where we gave this reversal zone back down here at 4.12 to 4.01, which was a correct call, and we thought that we might be going up into this blue box zone here, which again was correct at 4.79 to $5 basically. So that so far has been a perfect call, and for me, you know, it really needs to break sort of, if we get a break and hold above sort of 5.1 level, that's going to bring us up to my other active target. For those who've been following, I'm still bullish. I still think we're going to see trading up to 6.2 level, up to $7 for copper. Obviously it's not going in a straight line, which it never does, nothing ever does, so which is perfect. But for me, I'm unsure here. You know, we've sort of had a three-wave correction here. I think that we might see trading back down to 3.75 if it breaks this low here at sort of 3.95 level. We could see down to this red box zone here at 3.75, but you know, wait and see what happens from here. You know, for me, I think we're going to see a bit of a corrective play. It might not break that low, but you know, if economics from the Western countries doesn't look too good, then we might see a bit of turbulence in the copper price. But wait and see how that unfolds. But as I say, if it can sort of break above 5.1, then we're game on for that upper blue box. There you go, that's copper. So moving on from copper, I'm going to do Solomon Gold. And this one here, if I can just get that up, it's just churning there, thinking about it. And this is the one where we gave that blue box reversals in down here at 665, down to 5.47, and you can see during the week we've had an absolute monster candle there, hitting sort of 8.3 pence roughly. So that's an absolute bargain winner. And for me, if that can get the right legs behind it, I don't see why trading couldn't. Well, the obvious target, is 14.04 to 16.08, but see how that one plays out. Solomon Gold, good call. Next one I'm going to do is Arc Minerals, and this one is a chart request. And for me, not a lot has changed. I think last time when I spoke, I covered this off. I think we've got a 1, 2, and I'd expect a third wave. Hopefully, if we can break this prior higher at 185, should give us 2.16 to 2.37. It could run a lot higher if they drop really good results. There's nothing to say that can't be a 1, 2, 3, and we can see running up, stretch much higher. But wait and see what comes. Hopefully, a bit of sentiment runs you up to the 2.16 to 2.37 level. So that's Arc Minerals. Rainbow Rare Earths is my next one, because we had an interview with George this week, which is very informative, very very interesting chat, worth a watch. That's on YouTube and also under our highlights. And for me, it's in that reversal zone. It's just dropped slightly below, but for me, hopefully the bulls can step in. I think rare earths are a topic of hot conversation at the moment, so hopefully that can reflect in these share prices. And if for me, you know, hopefully from here we sort of get at least a three-wave bounce, break this prior high at sort of 13 pence, should bring us up to 15 to 16.2. And as I say, longer term, we've got some bigger targets there, but let's get to that first target first and reassess the situation. So MSMN is my next one. And this one here, I've got that blue box, haven't I, down here, which hopefully this holds. It's not doing too bad at the moment at 0.03, down to 0.0264. We don't want to see a break and hold sort of below 0.024, but hopefully we get the ball step in. First target for me would be this red box zone here at 0.0554 to 0.0630, and if we can get some real good steam behind us, break this prior high up here, could see us stretching the legs all the way up to 0.0926 to 0.1115. So that's MMSM. GGP is my next one, and I think I covered gold off, I think yesterday, didn't I? And for me, I think this is a final push higher together with gold, and I think we're going to see trading probably up into this 10.6 level to 11.08 before we get a bigger corrective move. We called this sort of back then, but it's been, well, we called it from 5.62, didn't we? But that was the reversal zone we gave. It was a correct call, and it's done really well. But I think that this is sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to see a bigger corrective move. But there's still more legs than that. I think we're going to see double digits for GGP. EUA is my next one. And this one here, we gave that red box zone target a long while back, didn't we? For me, we're nearly there. 7.91 to 9.59 is where I'm expecting that to be trading before we get a bit more of a corrective move, and then hopefully another push higher. So it's one to keep an eye on. EUA almost doing exactly what we said, so very good indeed. Great call. Next one I'm going to do is EPP, and this one isn't having such a good time at the moment, although we've had a lovely blue candle there, haven't we? And for me, it just needs to break this downtrend. If I think of a pop onto the 4 hourly, I've got that there. I think if we could just break out of this sort of downward trend here, break out of there, so sort of tag sort of 7.5 pence and above, hopefully then we can see the bull step in and really push on and head towards that target there of 16 pence to 18.8 once we've broken this prior high here at 12 sort of pence level. So I think it's probably a break and hold above about 11.5 should activate that target. See how we go. EPP. So ECO is my next one. And this one here is in a blue box reversal zone. So that's, been sort of taking a good year or so to get there. Pretty good for me. And hopefully that we can see some bull step in here from this blue box reversal zone at 8.72 down to 7.28. And we can hopefully then see another leg up and hopefully target this red box zone up here at 17 pence to 19.3. But yeah, one to watch and do some research. Next one I'm going to do is Atlantic Lithium, because this is a chart request, and for me nothing's changed really. I mean, for me it's in a long-term reversal zone there at 13.58 all the way down to whatever it is, but I've got another blue box within the blue box here at 9 pence down to 6.56, and for me hopefully the bulls can step here, break that downward trend, should hopefully then see a wave up, and I would expect that up into this red box zone here at 15.46 to 17.48. WSG is my next one because I just like covering this off. And for me, that was a blue box. That was a great reversal trade there at 1.35 down to 0.0845. It's bounced out of that blue box. It's looking pretty good, and hopefully we can continue that run and head up to this 4.16 to 5.05 level. There you go. So CPAI is my last one for today, and this one, I mean, there's not a lot of trading history here, so it's a bit of a tricky one to do. I did actually have it from back down here, but for some unknown reason I didn't include it on my podcast. But for me, I think that if we can sort of have a couple more blue candle days, I don't see why we can't be targeting this sort of 0.24 to 0.27 level. I'll just get rid of that. Oh goodness me, there we go. And it's a tricky one to say, but for me, sort of say hold above 0.12 and break this prior high here at 0.17 should bring us up to that red box zone there, 0.24 to 0.27. There you go. That's me for Sunday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Hopefully back again tomorrow.